Oh, this has been such a nightmare to set up. This is what I get for not streaming in a hot minute. Are we not streaming? Okay. Okay. Not happy about that. What's happening here? Okay. Is my stream actually coming through? Oh shit, is my stream actually coming through? That would be great, because I have been trying to set this up for like a hot minute now. And I don't... This whole thing has been so fucking scuffed, dude. Had no idea you were a PNG tuber? Yeah, me neither. It just sort of happened. Oh, okay, wait. I need to actually be watching the thing. All right, gotcha. Yeah, it just sort of happened. I was playing around with this new thing, and I figured, you know, why not? Let's do something fun. Yeah, so I hope everyone's having a good time. It's been a hot minute since we... Been a very hot minute since we've been streaming. So, God, I'm so flustered because I was all ready, and then YouTube was just like, sorry, actually, you're not streaming, loser. So I just couldn't connect, which was very annoying. I'm also gonna quickly get out my phone so I can like actually read the comments as they come in. Hi everyone. Hi Lutaranis, wonderful to see that you made it. It's midday. Where'd you get that PNG avatar? That is actually concept art from the Sunbreak art book. And I just like redrew parts of it so that it looks a little bit more like me. Didn't have time to add a beard though. So it is what it is. I'm gonna quickly like announce that we are streaming. In TGS, come through, add a funny image. And then there we go. Hopefully this is everything I need to be doing. And yeah, it's annoying. I have to actually watch the stream myself, otherwise OBS fucks up, which is annoying. How is everybody doing? I'm so sorry that it's been so long since the last time we streamed. It's just sort of that a whole bunch of shit happened in my life. So it's been kind of a journey, and I haven't felt super comfortable on camera in a hot minute. So also for today, I figured, yeah, I figured I'd try this out, because my girlfriend actually started streaming with like this PNG tubing thing, and I figured, hey, I'm into like trying new things. That's a thing I do, so why not? So yeah, I hope we see some good stuff. Just to set the expectations, I believe this is the general Capcom stream. So basically, I'm pretty sure we're not gonna see all that much of Monster Hunter. I mean, they did specifically announce that there will be Monster Hunter news this time around. So hopefully it'll be something beefy. But I doubt it's gonna be as big as the release date trailer we got earlier this week. What are you most excited about? I'm really excited to see any returning monsters, because, right, we haven't seen any returning boys so far. It's all been new guys, which is great, but just show me some gameplay for Rathalos. I want to see what he looks like in Wilds. I think that'd be cool. I also kind of want them to finally like open the lid on Kongalala. Like that whole thing's been kind of going on for a hot minute. So I kind of feel like they should show. We'll see the biggest news today, Kuropeko returning. Ah, bro, I would love Kuropeko returning. That'd be so cool. But we'll have to see. I feel like at most what we'll see is we'll get more details on Arkveld, on the new flagship, and then we might get like some bad footage of Kongalala or Rathalos. I feel like it is about time that they show one of those. Show me Great Jaggy. I would love to see Great Jaggy. Are you pro or anti-Anjanath for Wilds? I'm always pro Anjanath. Anjanath's one of my favorite monsters. I know he's kind of controversial, but I love that he's like just a basic T-Rex. And I love that even like in the lore, if you read the Monster Hunter World book, they say that Anjanath is such a basic monster that you can sort of use him as a baseline for ecology. Like if you want to know how the ancient forest is doing, you just go and check up on the Anjanath population, which I think that's cool. I think it shows a certain degree of self-awareness that he's, you know, as far as Monster Hunter goes, a fairly basic looking design initially. So I really like him. Why did you do a full ecology on every monster in 2nd gen in one video? Basically, because I was very, very sick for the last year. Part of my brain died, without getting too much into details, but it was rough. And so I couldn't work on videos regularly anymore. So I figured I'd just work on one big one. So there's just one uncertain deadline, as opposed to, you know, 11 uncertain deadlines. Also, I believe we're about to start, so I'm going to turn on the volume of the audio so that we can actually hear what's happening. You let me know if the audio is good. Can you hear like what's being said in the video? Yeah, because I don't understand streaming anymore. Like everything's so scuffed. Like I have an overlay for if people donate or whatever. But I don't understand anymore how it works. So if some weird shit happens while streaming, I'm sorry. Oh, we're getting started. All right. Let me know if audio is fine, and otherwise, time to start with the program. Glad you're better. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. As I said, this is going to be a bunch of Capcom games, not just Monster Hunter. But yeah, let's go. Hell yeah. Monster Hunter Wilds, let's go. Oh yeah, and also I get to show off my Capcom Creator Badge up in the top left corner.
Welcome to TGS 2024 Capcom Online Program.
Thank you, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Today's program will deliver news on Monster Hunter Wilds and other new titles.
Yeah, let's see.
First, let's start with the latest info on our fighting games.
Fighting games. Not my thing at all.
On in Street Fighter 6.
But it is what it is.
Which has entered its second year and is more exciting than ever. As the second character to be added in year 2, Terry from SNK's popular fighting game series Fatal Fury finally joins the fight.
Is it just me or does his face look a little weird?
Terry is well-rounded with useful rushing attacks and projectiles that can be
One thing I couldn't
used
find
to
anywhere.
adapt to many situations.
Is Wild set in the old world or the new world? We don't know so far. Honestly, it could go either way. I think it's the old world, but we do not know so far. So, you know, stay tuned for more information.
Mai joins the fight in early 2025 and Elena in spring of 2025.
All right.
Expect more info at a later date.
I hope this stuff is cool for people who care about Street Fighter. I really
Capcom
don't.
Fighting Collection 2 includes 8 popular titles, including games from the
Capcom
vs. SNK
Yeah, it's been a while
series.
since I've been able to do one of these.
Capcom
If you remember
vs.
during
SNK2, Mark of
the
Millennium
Sunbreak title updates,
2001,
I also got
Power
to
Stone,
do official
and more
post-stream. It's
returned in a
awesome.
collection of 8 games that rocked arcades of their time. Online play has been added to all included titles.
When they showed the release date and the state of play, I almost blacked out. Same. I was like just doing random stuff and just dipped into the state of play while eating like my fish burrito.
Never been seen before.
And like randomly the Wild trailer pops off and I'm like, well fuck, now I can't do what I was planning to do. Like I was so blindsided by it, I didn't do anything else the rest of the night because I was so like trying to get all the information and whatnot.
Classics. 7 retro Marvel titles from arcades in the 90s are being revived on Nintendo Switch,
Also, yeah, again,
PlayStation
always,
4,
let me know
Xbox One,
if
and
you have any
Steam.
issues with the audio.
Play both co-op and
It's, like,
competitively,
routed through
just like
different
back in the
channels.
arcade. Don't worry if it's your first time. Use
we get Street Fighter versus Monster Hunter? Well, I mean, we did get a Street Fighter collab in World. God, I hope Wilds has some good collabs again.
Exactly as they were in arcades.
Rise's collabs were
the digital version is available
kind
now,
of not
and
so
the physical
great in my
version
opinion.
will release on November 22nd.
All right.
Don't miss this next title.
Oh yes, I heard this remaster is supposed to be really good. Turn the video down.
More than a remaster, a deluxe remaster.
That's actually a good point. Yeah, I'll turn the video down a little until Monster Hunter shows up. I think that's fair enough.
Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster is available now.
Damn, yeah, I've never played Dead Rising, but I remember it was huge at like middle school, high school, I want to say. I remember people kept talking about it, but it was one of those games that was just too violent for my parents to get for me. It's crazy to think that that used to be a factor. Now I can just buy things.
Fans of the beloved Ace Attorney series should have no objection to 2 Ace Attorney investigation titles starring Miles Edgeworth returning in full HD.
Damn, as I said, I hope any of this stuff is interesting to people who like these games, because I never quite understand what Ace Attorney is. Like it's like a visual novel, right? Like there's no like gameplay, strictly speaking, in it, right? Oh, let's see. Oh, Monster Hunter, Monster Hunter, Monster Hunter.
Is this title?
Oh.
Thank you to all the hunters around the world for helping Monster Hunter
baited.
Now achieve 15 million downloads. Here's the latest info on Monster Hunter Now.
Monster Hunter Now is apparently pretty cool, though. I know a couple of people who are really into it.
Which started in September. A year after Monster Hunter Now launched, we're jumping into Season 3, which adds Magnamalo, Rajang, and Aknasam.
What the fuck is that, Rajang? 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 What the fuck is that pronunciation, dog? What weapon are you going to use in Wilds? Probably Sword and Shield and Bow.
Physical event. For 2 days from October 12th to the 13th,
Baited.
will appear in Shibuya, Japan for the first time.
They showed the Monster Hunter Wilds logo, and now we're looking at the mobile game. But I mean, as I said, I know people who are really into now, so hopefully people are enjoying it. It's not quite mine.
During the event, Gold Rathian and Silver Rathalos will also appear.
Oh shit, the metal rats? I guess they do kind of have to be in every game.
On Monster Hunter Now, please visit the official website.
I love Rajang. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that is like closer to the original pronunciation, but I don't know, Rajang just sounds more correct to me. But then again, I mean, these things are always sort of very subjective. I'm sure some people were very mad about how I pronounced Tigrex in my Gen 2 video. Wilds.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Ryozo Tsuchimoto.
Hi, Ryozo.
Monster Hunter Wilds.
Let's go.
Monster Hunter Wilds, which we previously revealed is coming out in 2025, now has a release date.
Hell yeah.
As announced, Monster Hunter Wilds launches on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, S, and Steam simultaneously around the world on February 28th, 2025.
Oh, I'm so glad it's so soon. I hope, you know, they have enough time to polish it.
Please look forward to the ultimate monster hunting experience with seamless immersion.
Alright.
In today's Capcom Online program, while looking back at the information regarding Monster Hunter Wilds that has been released up until now, we'll also show you the trailer that has just been released. Please take a look.
Okay, we're just getting the trailer again.
Welcome to the world of Monster Hunter Wilds.
That is new.
Together, we will journey to the Forbidden Lands, uncharted territory that the Guild has begun investigating. The Forbidden Lands were believed to be uninhabited until just a few years ago, when a boy named Nata was found there and taken into Guild protection. Nata was all alone after escaping an attack on his village by a mysterious monster, and the Guild has assembled an expedition to investigate.
It seems we must do a more thorough investigation.
Our objectives will be to investigate the monster, known as the White Wraith,
and
to rescue Nata's people, known as the Keepers.
Alright.
Who am I, you ask? My name is Alma, and I'll be your guide on this journey.
Oh, hell yeah. Hi, Alma.
Are you ready to step into a world of adventure? Let's go!
Oh, there we go. That's our guys.
Each expedition unit consists of a hunter, handler, smithy, and palico. And it'll be all hands and paws on deck, with each unit carrying out their own vital roles for the guild. Hunter! As our unit's hunter, you're sanctioned to bear weapons and hunt monsters.
Sanctioned. Very interesting.
And as your handler, it's my responsibility to manage your quests, authorize hunts, and ensure that you have all
They
the
had to spell it out for all the people who hated the handler and world.
Gemma, our smithy, will take monster materials you provide and forge equipment for you.
You go, girl.
Perfection. And your palico is your trusty companion, there to lend support whenever needed.
Is this set in a new world? We don't know.
I mentioned there's more than one unit. We belong to Avis unit.
Right, that's the thing the website revealed.
And we'll have the honor of teaming up with the other units, like Astrum unit, to see our mission through.
Units, so multiple, eh?
The guild gave special assignments to some of the other units from the expedition, mine included.
Let's see.
Our initial foothold into the Forbidden Lands will be the Windward Plains. Due to its ever-changing weather, the plains will put both the wealth and the wrath of nature on full display. During the fallow, ravenous carnivores battle for every scrap of food, and a phenomenon known as the Sand Tide conjures thunder and lightning.
This looks so cool,
After
dude.
the storm comes the plenty, a time of abundant life and fertility.
Oh, I can't wait to make videos about this area.
With every shift in the environment, the creatures of the plains change their behavior to adapt and survive. To succeed in our expedition, we'll have to be every bit as observant, versatile, and resourceful.
Hell yeah, that's me. That's my thing. Let's go.
A rich, diverse ecosystem has arisen
Oh,
from the
those
Windward
mosquitoes
Plains'
look
unique
gnarly.
climate.
But that's cool that they're doing like
Yoshagama,
documentary
for
footage
example,
by themselves this
form
time around.
paths
That's
centered
really
around
nice.
an alpha. Taking on multiple large monsters at once is a recipe for disaster. In order to face the alpha in a more ideal situation, it's wise to disperse the pack first.
What if we get hit by lightning? We know that
In
can happen and that does
sandy areas,
damage.
You'll encounter Balahara. Their flexible bodies
Please tell me we can
allow them to
customize our
maneuver
seat with new
freely
armor saddle.
in
Yes, we
and
can.
out of the sand.
Because one of the pre-order bonuses is
They're capable of creating quicksand traps.
a special
Unfortunate
like
not just for
customization
hunters,
thing for it.
But for any large monsters that get dragged into them. You may also encounter Chotacabra, toad-like monsters that favor the more rocky areas of the plains. These monsters apply sticky saliva to their forelimbs and then fortify them with minerals.
It's so funny.
The
Looks so
Chotacabra's
cool.
sizable tongue, while crucial to its survival, is also its biggest weakness. Don't miss your chance to attack when the tongue is exposed. Nature has one rule. You're either the hunter or the hunted. That goes for monsters too, as they battle for supremacy.
It's such a cool way to do like a recap of what we've
In
gotten
the
so far.
Windward Plains, one creature sits squarely at the top of the food chain. Ray Dow. Often
New
spotted
favorite
during
monster,
the
by
onset
the
of
way.
the Sand Tide, Ray Dow has adapted to the relentless lightning storms and is able to use this adaptation to discharge devastating attacks to any that threaten its territory. If you are called upon to face it, Hunter, I ask that you take extreme precaution.
Oh, endemic life. I can't believe they're geckos.
While out on hunts, you might spot some small creatures at your feet, or perched in the trees.
Can we capture them?
All of the endemic life you see
Can
has
we
evolved
capture
to
them?
survive in this harsh environment. I cannot help but to be amazed by these creatures. The sheer will to survive, even in such an unforgiving environment.
Camps and villages. Alright, let's see.
Let's talk about the expedition's base camp. This is the heart of operations, where you can do practically everything, whether it's crafting weapons and armor or resupplying provisions.
Oh, this looks so nice. It's so alive.
One tool that should come in handy out in the vast expanse of the plains is the pop-up camp. While limited in number, these provide a sort of home away from home while out in the field. Pop-up camps serve as fast travel waypoints. A place to change your equipment. And an item
I need this
restocking
game
point.
like
See how useful they
carnally
are?
right now.
Of course, if a monster finds one of them, it might not last very long. We'll need to think carefully where exactly we set them up.
Yeah, there's just kind of showing the stuff that we saw through the gameplay demos, but now everyone can see them, so that's nice.
In our travels, there's a chance we'll cross paths with the people of the Windward Plains. Our interactions with this new culture could be what sustains us on our quest.
Oh, that's cool. Cultural food? Hell
An
yeah.
incredible adventure awaits, with new monsters, new friendships, and awe-inspiring vistas.
Come on, show something new. Ah, well.
I almost forgot. Have you decided on a weapon yet? Every hunter's journey begins with weapon selection. Would you rather get in close and unleash with all your might? Keep
Getting
your
close and
distance
unleash
dish
with all
out a
my might.
relentless
Good lord,
assault?
Alma. I haven't even
Deliver
met you
stinging
yet.
blows as you
Calm
stand your
down, girl.
ground? Or strike with a flurry of slicing attacks? 14 weapon types are available, and at least one of them is the perfect fit for you. If you're not sure what to pick, ask me. I can provide advice on which is the most suitable.
We have heard about this. She does like a personality quiz at the start of the game and then recommends you a weapon. It's really cool. Oh, cool. You can test on that
Hunters
barrel.
can't just rely on weapons. You'll need to make use of items like shock traps and barrel bombs.
Yeah, throwing
mention
barrel
any
bombs
endemic
is so
life and
funny, dude.
geographical features that you come across. It's up to you to read the situation and use all you've got to take down your target.
Dreams of a new weapon type dash?
One
I'm
thing's
sorry,
for
they
sure,
did say months ago
hunting
that
is
that's not
hungry
happening.
work. With your portable barbecue grill, you'll be able to prepare meals on the go.
Hell yeah.
And yes, that includes meat.
So tasty!
So tasty.
Your Palico is a feline companion that provides various types of support out in the field. Whether it's laying traps to hinder monsters, or healing you when you've taken a beating.
God, the new chicken monster, Quemetris,
The two
looks
of you
so
make
fucking
a
good.
pretty good
I
team.
love it.
You can always trust me to have your back.
Oh, that reminds me. Be sure to keep an eye on your health gauge.
Oh yeah, that looks cool.
It will start shaking to warn against any potentially life-threatening attacks.
That's such a nice evolution of the UI, in my opinion.
There's no better way to traverse
You can
the
just sort of
Windward
see at a
Plains
glance
than
if you're in
astride your
danger. That's
sacred.
very nice.
Whether it's a target you're trying to reach, or just a point on the map, your sacred will follow the scent and take you there. Not only can you gather and use items on the go, you can even perform mounted attacks. And if you find yourself in a tight situation, you can call your sacred, and it will swiftly take
Yeah, I think
you
the
out of
game looks
harm's
really
way.
colorful already. Like, I
Whether
mean, look at
you're
the
hunting
Sacred,
or
look
just
at
exploring, that
Doshaguma.
extra
Those are some
mobility
real
will prove
saturated
rather useful.
monsters. I really like it. Oh, let's see.
If you're struggling to face a monster alone, you'll be able to call for reinforcements.
I hope we get a deep voice
Fire
Palico
an
option.
SOS flare, and up to 3
I don't
hunters
really
will
see that
race to your
happening, but
side to
still,
assist with the
I hope
hunt.
so too. More options are always good.
In multiplayer, you'll be connected online with a team of hunters from around the world. If you are unable to fill the hunting party, Or if you'd prefer to play offline, then NPC support hunters will come to your aid instead.
That's one of the best features from Sunbreak, so I'm glad they're bringing it back. The NPC hunters. One of the best things they've ever done, in my opinion.
Hunt monsters and harvest materials from them. Use those materials to upgrade your weapons and armor.
Oh, these designs all look so good, dude.
With your hunter friends.
Just incredible.
Your brand new life as a hunter is about to begin in Monster Hunter Wilds.
Was that it? Was that... Are we not getting anything else?
That summarized the information on Monster Hunter Wilds.
Alright.
And now, we'd like to show you the newest trailer.
The newest trailer, as in...
Be sure to pay particular attention to the end of this trailer.
Oh, is this a new trailer? Wait, okay. No, that's the same one from the other day, but they might have changed it. So we can pause the game? You can. We've confirmed that. No, that's new. That's a new trailer. Is it? I can't tell. It's very similar.
Oh, Captain, what's your team been getting up to?
The guild gave special assignments to some of the other units from the expedition, mine included.
Yeah, that's the other unit. That's Eric and Verna.
This forest is amazing.
Let's see.
My fur isn't built for this kind of weather.
That's causing the water.
God, the way this trailer just popped off randomly at like midnight in my time is insane.
This is its territory.
So yeah, that's Uth Duna, the apex of the Scarlet Forest. Chonky boy. I love the way the Scarlet Forest looks during the Plenty. That's kind of the exact kind of location I want for Monster Hunter. Just sort of this tropical, holiday-ass looking place. Are you going to make another Monster Hunter College video when this releases? Absolutely. I cannot wait to make videos about this game.
Why don't they just put the meat down?
We'll obviously have to see how well like free cam and stuff like that work with this, but I'll definitely do my best to have some stuff out about this. Oh, there comes our boy. That's such a cool nickname.
Is that what we're after? The White Wraith.
I love the music in this game so much already.
Someone's in trouble.
It seems we must do a more thorough investigation.
What is that thing? An extinct species.
You're a hunter. You've got a weapon, and you do nothing.
God, this game looks so sick. Like, I love that they're really trying with the story this time. I think that's awesome. Jan Kutku? What the fuck? Of all the monsters to bring back? Awesome. Let's fucking go. Oh, that's so great. Oh my god. Seriously? Jesus. Oh, and there we go. You have all the like pre-order bonuses and stuff.
After a very long absence, Yian Kuku is back with a vengeance in Monster Hunter Wilds.
No way.
Series veterans may remember it as a tutorial monster, helping new players learn
We're
the
so
basics
fucking
of hunting.
back, dog.
We hope you'll look forward to seeing just when and how it will show up this time around. Now, without further ado, let's dive into what we saw in our newest promotional trailer.
I cannot believe this is the first returning monster
the world's
scene.
first look at the new monster, Arkfeld. It will be featured on the game's cover as the flagship monster.
Alright.
Known to hunters as the White Wraith, it will be the subject of your expedition to the Forbidden Lands. Arkfeld, with its chain-like appendages, was long thought to have been extinct, and its ecology remains shrouded in mystery. Expect more information on this monster soon.
Interesting.
Chemitres are brute
Chemitres?
wyverns found
Interesting way
in
to
the
pronounce
Windward
that.
Plains. They spread a flammable substance and ignite it by dragging their tails along the ground. They're often seen fighting other, smaller monsters over carrion.
Yeah, it seems like they only appear in the fallow.
True to its name, the Scarlet Forest and its red-tinged waters are teeming with lush flora, diverse fauna, and monsters both large and small.
Damn, yeah, this game looks so good, dude.
This diverse biome is adjacent to the Windward Plains. Traveling between areas will not require any loading screens.
Oh, you can just go between maps without loading screens?
Meet the Wudwuds, denizens of the forest. These Linians live among the great biodiversity that can be seen in the Scarlet Forest.
I love them so much.
Find them and see how they've adapted to the environment. Monster Hunter Wilds features dynamic weather in its various locales.
This game looks so incredible, dog.
Common in the
I just hope it runs on my PC.
Dramatically alter the area's ecology.
Oh my god.
You can make use of these environmental changes to gain the upper hand as you hunt. But beware, the area's apex predator, Uthduna, will appear during these heavy rains. A leviathan, Uthduna makes use of moisture and its own bodily fluids to create a protective veil around itself. It moves with great speed despite its massive frame. The apex predators of each area have adapted to their habitats in many such ways. You'll need to understand both the monsters and the environments they inhabit in order to survive.
Love understanding these monsters.
This is just a small preview of the new monsters and locales that you'll encounter in Monster Hunter Wilds. Stay tuned for more information coming soon.
More information coming soon, eh?
Here is the product information.
Okay, that's just the basic stuff.
Monster Hunter Wilds releases on February 28th, 2025. It will have a same-day worldwide release on PlayStation 5.
I love that
Xbox
that was coming
Series
out
X,
at the same time everywhere and on
Steam.
every platform. I hated that you had to wait for PC.
In addition to the standard edition of Monster Hunter Wilds, a deluxe edition, including the main game and additional DLC, will be available digitally on the same day.
Damn.
Furthermore,
do I have to get the premium deluxe version? I can't believe
3 DLC sets planned for
I
future
can't believe they added Kutku because I just
digitally.
hunted him like a million times in Monster Hunter
Premium
Dose
bonuses are also
last
included,
week because I needed
so
his
please
ears.
check it out.
I can't believe this shit.
The Guild Knight's set of Hunter layered armor and Hope Charm Talisman will also be included as special bonuses. The Monster Hunter Wilds digital mini art book is included
I don't
want to
order it on PlayStation, but I need this art book.
Be sure not
Kinda
to
fucked up that it's PlayStation exclusive, though. I'm gonna be real with you. Not a fan of that.
Once again, Monster Hunter Wilds launches worldwide simultaneously on February 28th, 2025. Pre-orders have already begun, so please reserve your copy now. The Capcom booth at Tokyo Game Show 2024, going on now, is offering the first opportunity in Japan to play Monster Hunter Wilds. Available to play is a story trial which lets you experience the beginning of the story.
People at TGS can actually play the beginning of the story now. Very interesting.
More of the action. At the Monster Hunter Wilds booth a life-size figure of a secret is also on display. So be sure to stop by. We plan to show Monster Hunter Wilds at other game events across the world. Please look forward to more info on Monster Hunter Wilds at a later date.
At a later date, eh?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ryozo. We love you.
Now, let's take a look at some info for the 20th anniversary of Monster Hunter.
More news? More
to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Monster Hunter,
it's gonna be like some random stuff,
with
like
the worldwide guitar brand Fender.
Guitar.
To mark this collaboration, the Rathalos Telecaster with the motif of the Fire Wyvern Rathalos will be sold worldwide.
Yeah, I mean...
Also, the limited Rathalos Telecaster will be sold exclusively at Fender
I can't imagine I'm gonna get any of this stuff.
The official online shop.
But hey, maybe there's something interesting here.
The body's adorned
also, if you play guitar, I
with
mean, I'm sure this is
in
some
the
really
image
cool
of Rathalos,
stuff.
And the neck features eye-catching inlays. The limited edition
red
features
is my favorite
Rathalos
color, but I don't
claw
play
marks on the
guitar,
pick
so.
guard and pickup cover. Guitar picks and pick cases inspired by item boxes
that looks
will
cool,
also be
though.
available
Fuck.
for purchase.
That looks pretty cool.
Sales for the
Digimon thing, yeah, we might see the Digimon collaboration.
In March of 2025 at official Fender
that was
shops
announced earlier
and
today,
official
so they might
retailers
sort of
Fender
double
products.
announce it.
Pre-orders will be available starting Friday, September 27th at Fender Flagship Tokyo in Harajuku. This is a limited production collaboration product, so don't miss your chance.
Rathalos will definitely return for sure. Bro, who told you that?
For information on
Impossible.
where to pre-order, as
How
well
could
as
that
other
happen?
details, please visit Fender's official website. Capcom is also considering including this collaboration in-game in Monster Hunter Wilds via the emote function. Please wait for more details at a later date.
Okay.
Next up, we have news about a collaboration with the popular robot toy series Transformers.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that as well at some point.
Check out this brand new trailer.
I'm not really into Transformers, but I heard the new film is good, so you know, good for everyone. Okay, that's just World. Bro, there's DLC for the merch. Yeah, kind of. You know, they're doing their best to like give it as much stuff as possible. That looks so funny, dude. That's me after an energy drink. Rathalos Prime. With how much desert we've seen in Wilds, if Monoblos isn't the game, we're hunting Diablos to extinction. Ah, dude, we really need Monoblos in the game. We really, really do. Like, I feel like we're missing him so much. He's just
the first collaboration with Transformers, which celebrates its 40th anniversary
pretty sure
this
this
year.
soundtrack that's playing is from Monster Hunter 4.
Tomy
right
will
now.
release the collaboration product Rathalos Prime. Rathalos Prime transforms from a Rathalos into a robot mode designed after Optimus Prime, the main character
so
from
silly.
Transformers. The monster mode faithfully reproduces Rathalos and is able
But damn,
to
yeah, that new
recreate
Kutku
poses
design
from
is
the
really
game.
cool. I hope they release a render for it,
Pre-orders
because I want to
start
see what they
on
changed
September 27th
with him.
with a planned summer 2025 release. This miraculous collaboration celebrates
Yeah,
milestones
that actually is a cool
for
figure.
both
It is,
series.
it is. Like, don't take me laughing as me dissing it. It looks really cool.
That's all for the 20th
Oh,
anniversary
okay, that was
of
all.
Monster
Okay,
Hunter.
damn.
But please take a look at this.
What's this? Monster Hunter Now stuff? Yeah, this is just Monster Hunter Now. We've seen this before. Oh no, it's the Monster Hunter Bridge collaboration, isn't it? Yeah, it's the Monster Hunter Bridge collaboration. Oh well. That's unfortunate. Maybe we'll get some more news on Monster Hunter stories? I don't know. I mean, I know it's Tokyo Game Show. It is kind of funny whenever they're like doing these global
where dreams become reality.
These global marketing events for stuff that is like, you know, in one location in Japan for like a weekend. You know, it's I get it. I get it. This is a Japanese event, right? It's just always I kind of always end up streaming during events like these where I'm like, that looks cool. I can't go there. I do not live anywhere near here. Movie-sized Rathalos. Yeah, the greater Rathalos from the movie. Did you know there's a guide / lore book for the Monster Hunter movie? Zugzwan, who works with me on the wiki sometimes, he got it. I can't wait to see what's in it. Alright, we can turn down the volume a little more.
Now, the latest news from Capcom.
Let's see, we don't need that much. Digital sale, hell yeah. For a moment, I thought it was another movie. I mean, a sequel to the movie is... Oh, damn, Stories is on sale? Get this. The movie was said to be, you know, to be getting a sequel at one point. At least Paul W.S. Anderson said that he would really like to make a sequel. But, that's ridiculous, frankly, in my opinion. I don't think we need that. Alright. Let's see. There's a Monster Hunter movie art lore book. I don't know how much it is a lore book and how much it is like just an interview book with like people who worked on the movie, but it is marketed as the official guidebook for the Monster Hunter movie. So I presume it's, you know, comparable to the other guidebooks. No shot it's getting a sequel. Look, the last thing we heard from it is Paul W. Anderson would love to make a sequel. We haven't heard anything else since. I feel so old whenever I look at esports. I'm like, what are these crazy guys doing? Anyway, I'm sure they're having fun at least. An animated movie would be super cool though. Yes. Like, I don't get the obsession people have with live-action movies when animation is so much better, especially for video game adaptations. Like, say what you will about the Castlevania series, but it is gorgeous, and it is a really good way to experience, like, the vibes of the games, in my opinion. I presume the Devil May Cry series will be comparable as well, where it's like, it's not totally accurate, and there's probably going to be some stuff that annoys core fans, for sure. That's just the nature of it. But, like, it's a totally decent product, whereas a lot of the live-action movies just kind of don't work. Oh, that was it? That was the stream? I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice that we were going on this. Do a straight-up anime at this point? You see, the problem with anime is that the anime industry is currently basically imploding, so... I don't really want that. I think like a 3D animated movie would be really good. Like kind of what they did with Legends of the Guild, but, you know, not stuck in development hell for nearly a decade. Wait. If this thing's over, well, we'll finish watching the stream and then maybe I'll transition us to a different screen and we can chat a little more. I haven't really, as I said, I have no fucking clue what I'm doing here with the streaming setup. But yeah, if you just came to watch some Monster Hunter stuff, thank you for watching. I'll still be live for a little bit longer, I think, just to chat with you people, since I've missed you. Like it's been kind of isolating to be all sick and away from the internet for like nearly a year, and you know, just working on that massive documentary in between being sick. So, yeah. Castlevania series is by far the best video game adaptation. I would agree. Like, I know some people have a lot of beef with it, especially with, like, the writing. And that's fine. Like, I do think it's not perfect, but it is genuinely such an achievement compared to other video game adaptations in the space. Like, the only other the only other good video game adaptation into, like, film format are the Sonic movies, in my opinion, which are really good. I'm really excited for the third one. Please, Mr. W.S. Anderson, make the sequel? No, it might actually kill me this time around. I'm gonna be real with you. Have you seen Monster Hunter Legends of the Guild? Yes, I have. I don't think it's very good. I think it's pretty bad. In fact, I think I dislike it more than the Monster Hunter movie, purely because the Monster Hunter movie was always going to stink, but Legends of the Guild had potential, and it just didn't live up to it whatsoever, in my opinion. Like, the fight between the Kongalala and the Devil Joe is the best part of that movie. I want the guitar so badly. Like, I wish I... Fuck, this is gonna be such a revealing statement, but I wish I had more cool hobbies. Because I feel like then, whenever they did something like this, I'd be like, oh, fuck, yeah. A thing for my cool hobby. Or my other cool hobby. But, like, I draw, I write, I edit videos. And that's kind of that. But yeah, so we're basically done here with the stream. Seemingly, at least. Yeah, alright. I think I'm gonna see if we can... Marvel! Okay, let's see if this works. If everything breaks, I'm really sorry in advance. Alright. Can you hear me well? But no audio from the stream, right? Excellent. Yeah, because I don't think they're showing anything new anymore. Let's actually turn on some music. And let's see. There we go. We should have some music now, and we should be chilling. So yeah, that was the Monster Hunter news thingy. Not really as meaty as I was hoping, but I feel like it's such a weird thing to have such a major trailer at the State of Play earlier this week, and then be like, oh, definitely watch out for TGS. And then have that sort of be fairly limited in scope. So I don't know. I'm not a marketer guy. You know, it is what it is. But goddamn, Jan Kutku is back? Of all the monsters, Jan Kutku? That's crazy. You're a bit quiet. Okay, I turned myself up a little. Oh, you let me know if we're still quieting around. Just joined the stream to hear the hottest take on Legends of the Guild I've heard to date. Nice. Hey man, you know how it is. Sometimes you just gotta do it to him. In my opinion, they already showed so much. I would rather they don't give out more info. I've seen that sentiment around a little, and I do think you guys need to remember just how conservative they're being compared to how they were with Sunbreak. Sunbreak was kind of insane how much stuff we knew about it before the game launched. Like, I think the fact that they haven't shown basically any returning monsters is really respectable. But I do agree that now they need to put the brakes on. Like, now they need to sort of just iterate on stuff that we've already seen, right? Like, give me gameplay of Rathalos, give me gameplay of Jan Kutku. That's kind of the only thing I still want to see. The game is like 5 months away. I wonder if they'll reveal all the areas. I don't know. I hope not. But the other thing is, of course, I'm kind of wondering how many areas they're going to be, even. Because we now have 2 areas, with a lightning apex and a water apex. So I've seen quite a few people say that, oh, we're going to get at least 2 more areas, one with a fire apex and one with a ice apex, which would be cool. But with how detailed and massive these environments are, God, yeah, I hope there's a few more maps. But I could totally see it if they're like, yeah, like there's these 2 maps and then maybe one full map more for a total of 3, and then just a bunch of arena maps or stuff like that. But I don't know. You know, it could be that they just surprise me. I think when it comes to like these large open world games, I'm so scarred by I'm so scarred by Metal Gear Solid 5, where they showed 2 maps in the trailers and were like, "Oh, this game is massive," and then the game dropped, and those 2 maps were all that there was, and the game was not even, the game was basically half finished, right? So yeah, maybe I'm just a little too skeptical on that, but we'll see. Do you reckon we'll be able to seamlessly travel between all locales, or will it just be for the Windward Plains and Scarlet Forest? If I had to guess, I would say that there's gonna be ways to travel seamlessly from each locale, but only into one other locale. So for example, you can go from the Windward Plains into the Scarlet Forest, from the Scarlet Forest into the next one, and so on and so forth. But you can't, for example, go from the hypothetical 3rd locale directly into the Windward Plains. You have to travel through the Scarlet Forest first. Like, I could imagine something like that. But yeah, seamless travel between the locales, that really caught me off guard. I really did not expect that. Especially because I'm pretty sure at Gamescom someone asked a Capcom representative or someone who knew about it, and they said, no, that's not a thing. So, I don't know, maybe something got miscommunicated there. As in at Gamescom. Maybe someone overheard something that seemed to say it's not seamless, but actually it is. I don't know. We'll have to see. What monster would you want to see come back the most? Honestly, we've mentioned them before already. Kuropeko and Monoblos, I feel like, are the shoo-ins. Kuropeko, because I think, considering that this game is all about like herd behavior and like ecology interactions, having Kuropeko, a monster that can summon other monsters, would just make the game more interesting, and it just seems like a really good fit. Another monster that I think would really fit is Monoblos, just because we haven't seen him for so long, and he, you know, he's a really important monster to the story of Monster Hunter. He's the reason monster hunting exists, kind of. So I think it would be cool if we saw him again. And otherwise, Celtas. I really like Celtas. And when I researched it for the Monster Hunter Science Report Part 2, I was reading like all the interactions they have, where like, oh, they call each other with pheromones and they like combine to survey air and land. And I thought, damn, we need that in Wilds. That sounds like such a natural like fit. How many returning monsters do you think we'll have at launch? Right, I think it's gonna be kind of a Monster Hunter World situation, where a good chunk of the game's roster initially is gonna be new monsters, and the returning ones are all gonna be, you know, a little less represented, and then we're gonna get like title updates, and then eventually the G rank expansion, which will really focus on returning monsters. If you remember, World was full to the brim with new monsters, but then in Iceborne there were 3 entirely new monsters that weren't a subspecies or a variant, and the rest was all returning boys and returning fan favorites. So I'm fine with that. Like, I think Rise's roster being like so reliant on returning monsters was not something I super enjoyed. But we'll see. Obviously, it also depends on how big the monster roster is. Like, they have now shown in total, I want to say 10 monsters, just off of the top of my head. So if we say that there's going to be a total of 30 monsters, which was, I think, roughly where World was at launch, maybe a little less, maybe it was like 28. But if we say there's 30 monsters, I think we're going to see like a few more new boys. And then we're hopefully going to discover a bunch of them later down the line when we play the game. Do you think there will be any kaijus? That's a really interesting question. So I'm sure you've heard the rumor, and I will call it a rumor because I don't actually believe it's confirmed. But the rumor that the development for Zora Magdaros in World by itself took nearly a year of like just developing and testing, and that impacted Monster Hunter World's development. Now, if that is true, and again, we don't know this, I don't even know where this originates from, but I could totally believe it. If something like that were true, I can imagine that they're going to steer clear of kaijus for a while. Because the Monster Hunter team, for as much as I love them, they do have a history of getting obsessed with like a big feature and developing it over and over and over again over like their development period, to the point where it just sucks up so much time and resources that the rest of the game, you know, suffers a little. Like that's what happened with Tri, right? With the underwater combat, it took away so much time and money that by the time they had it modeled and done, the game, you know, still needed to be finished. And that's, you know, infamously why Tri was content-wise a little less complete. Well, I don't want to say incomplete, but just that it had less stuff in it by comparison. Let me put it that way. So, yeah, I don't know. I hope we do get to see a siege battle, if not a kaiju. Oh, thank you, Mango, for the super chat. I kind of hope we see something like Gem Moran or Lao Shan Lung. I feel like it's time to bring something like that back, especially since Monster Hunter Rise, you know, didn't have a single siege battle. But, like, we'll have to see, to be honest. If the choice is between fleshing out the game and having a siege battle, I would rather flesh out the existing game instead of like diverting resources into a siege battle. Plus, I mean, they could do what they did with Kulf Taroth and just include a siege battle as like a title update DLC. Sorry, let me quickly have a sip. What's the difference between a siege and a kaiju? No, like, clear definition. My definition would have been that when you talk about kaijus, you're talking about something like Zora Magdaros, which is, like, enormous beyond belief, whereas a siege is just a large monster, you know? Like, think about the difference between fighting Lao Shan Lung in the old games, where, you know, he's big, but, you know, you can walk up right next to him, and you're sort of watching him walk and what yada yada, versus Zora Magdaros, which is like a walking continent. That's how I would have defined it, but, I mean, I'm just talking. I'm just a guy. It's really funny that sometimes people treat me as like this authority on Monster Hunter, but like I am literally just a dude. I don't know anything more than you do besides, you know, my lore books that I have. No volcanic region. I don't know. Like historically, the base games have often like lacked one obvious elemental region. Like if you remember, World didn't have an ice area until Iceborne. So I feel like we're going to be missing one of the elements for a while, and then that's going to be what the expansion is themed around. At least I feel like that's going to be how that works out. Please, please, please don't bring back the Elder Dragon Trinity on release. I feel like they've had their flowers, but at the same time, I kind of want to see Teostra like burn foliage, because we do know that you can like set the Windward Plains on fire. We've seen that in the Gamescom demo, and like the fire spreads and hurts monsters and hunters alike. Like with that, I kind of do want to see Teostra at least. Kushala can stay gone. Honestly, Chameleos, if they bring him back, I feel like they need to give him a little more stuff to do. Like, I liked him well enough in Rise, but the thing is, in Dose and like the earlier games, he has like a million different poisons that he can use, and then in Rise, it's, you know, it's just poison. Which I hope if they bring him back, they give him a few more abilities, basically. Do you think Zenogre / T-Rex will be back again? No. At least I hope not. Or at least not in the base game. Like, we do not need them again. We've had them now 3 games in a row with Monster Hunter G. 4 games in a row with Monster Hunter 4. Like, we really don't need them again, in my opinion. I think it would be cool if they brought back Molten Tigrex specifically. Because we've established with Valstrax, right, that you can have the subspecies or a variant of a monster without having the base monster. I think they should exploit that and bring back some subspecies we haven't seen in a while without also having to bring the other species, right? Like if they bring green Nargacuga, but not regular Nargacuga, that's also cool. I like that. Wouldn't Teostar burning on a massive scale kind of lag or crash the game, though? I would hope they have some kind of safeguard against it. Like, in the Gamescom demo, the fire didn't spread, like, to the entire map. So I'm sure that the game won't just crash. Like, imagine they just forgot to put a limiter on it. And the game's like, alright, we're bricking your console now. I wonder if we're going to get any more Frontier monsters. I mean, Arkfeld kind of looks like a Frontier monster, I'm not gonna lie. And yes, I am saying that just because of the wing whips. And yes, I know the wing whips aren't at the exact same location as they are in the Frontier whip wyverns, but still, it feels definitely very inspired by it. The other thing is, of course, it looks like we're gonna get a lot of info on like the past of the Monster Hunter world. Not to be confused with the game Monster Hunter World, haha. Because, I don't know if you've noticed, but the Scarlet Forest is just a giant ruined city. In the like gameplay bit we saw in the trailer earlier, the Woodwoods, the Linians, their hideout is like a ruined building. Like a brick building, basically. So, I think we're going to get a lot of like hashtag lore about the past. So yeah, like I hope that also means that we're gonna get like some cool monsters that we might not expect. I just want to see Espinas again. God, I hope Espinas doesn't stay exclusive to Sunbreak. That is such a cool monster. That is one of the coolest things they could have done for Sunbreak, and I'm so glad that they did. I need Valhazak to come back. Difficult. I don't see it. That's kind of the problem with the Monster Hunter World monsters past a certain point, because some of them really are just designed to work only in one locale, right? Like even Odogaron, right? Like even Odogaron, who's fairly untethered, all things considered, you'd have a hard time justifying him in like a normal locale, right? Like you can't... I guess you could bring him into the fallow of the Windward Plains because they said that it's like full of carrion and full of like decaying corpses, so there could fit, but still, like you have to bring in so much extra effort just to be able to include monsters like that. So I kind of don't see that happening. I hope you can extend the timer for an area before it shifts somehow. I do believe someone mentioned that the timer on the Gamescom and PAX West demos was actually like shortened just for the demo so that people could see the time shift. I believe it's going to be longer in the final game, but don't quote me on that. I'm not a hashtag source. Zenoga can skip wilds, but I think Tigrex could work if they give it the blight attacks it had in World, depending on where you fight it. Yeah, I guess. And I mean, if we're going to see more about like the past of the Monster Hunter World, I feel like Tigrex is also a good fit, you know, being this sort of primordial, ancient monster. I feel like that might be interesting. But yeah, like I still need to know where the fuck this game takes place. Like Capcom, I know you really don't like giving me maps. I know you won't return my calls, but please, are we on Funrun? Are we on Aya? Are we in the new world somehow? I need answers, and I will get them. I personally hope Giginox comes back. I'd love to have him play with darkness and caves a little bit more. Yes, fuck Kezu. All my homies hate Kezu. Giginox needs to come back. And I agree they need to play with darkness a little more. I don't know if they're gonna do that. Like, I don't want to be a Monster Hunter boomer, but the new games tend to be a little more hesitant when it comes to creating systems like darkness, for example, that hinder the player in a way that requires a certain degree of patience. Right? Like, if you remember, like, a Monster Hunter Tri, the game that introduced, and also the only game that ever had, darkness as a mechanic, you kind of were just fucked if you entered a dark area and hadn't prepared. And that's just the thing the modern games aren't as willing to do because, you know, times have changed, things have changed. It is what it is. But the bottom line is, rest in piss, Kezu. We don't want you. Giginox squad represent. No crown achievements, please. I don't mind. Ever since we saw that you can now like use the telescope to see if a monster is a crown size, I actually think it's fine. Like I don't need more help really, because the main issue with crown hunting is just the waste of time of like hunting a monster that doesn't end up being a crown. Whereas if you can just quickly check if it's a crown sized guy, I think crown hunting is going to be pretty chill. Because you just run out in the field, you see 17 Doshagumas, you quickly zoom in on all their buttholes and go, ah yes, gold crown, and then hunt the one that's gold crown, and then you're fine, right? Like, I think that's going to be a lot nicer. No Rajang, please, he's traumatized me enough. I can't get the image out of my head of like 17 Rajangs jumping you in the Windward Plains as like a herd. That's hilarious. So I kind of do want it. I hope the weather doesn't just shift from fallow inclemency plenty. Unfortunately, that is how it works. Basically, what happens is that it shifts between plenty and fallow, and the shift is the inclemency itself. So you can't really switch it up because, like, lore-wise, the whole reason things change is because of the inclemency. So, you know, that's kind of just how that game system works. But looking at the downpour, which is the inclemency for the Scarlet Forest, it looks like inclemencies are going to be pretty variable, because they said that the forest floods partially. Like, that's going to be really interesting to see how it fucks with like the way you have to navigate the map. If we get an ice map, I assume the inclemency is going to be like some kind of blizzard. With the volcano, the inclemency is probably going to be some kind of eruption. But I guess we'll see. I wonder, because the thing is, I'm kind of wondering, will we get like at least one really fucked up locale, right? Like the Rotten Vale, like one that you just cannot classify easily as like a volcano or a desert or whatever. What are your prospects on snake wyverns returning? Difficult. I hope they do. But the problem is that if they are having trouble with Lagiacrus's skeleton, then they're probably having trouble with Najarala's skeleton as well. Like, realistically. So, I hope to see some more snake wyverns. I don't know, though. Balahara is definitely, like, the strongest indication we've gotten in ages that there might be some progress there, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. Like, Lagiacrus was in-world when they were developing it, and then they decided, you know, it's not working out, so we gotta put him out, take him out. So you never know. Speaking of the flood, can we call it underwater combat if half our body is underwater? I'm gonna have to check with the guild on that, but I think I'm gonna let you off with a warning there, buddy. Let's see. I'm just gonna go through a couple more questions if you have them, and then I'm probably gonna go off because I'm actually scripting Monster Hunter Ecology Season 3 currently. I was like planning a bunch of other videos, and as I was writing them, I was like, damn, I just wanna research Lagiacrus. Like, I just wanna write the 3rd generation ecology, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, right, let's get to work. I still think the idea of an area that shifts between hot and cold is neat. Yes, that is actually a very cool idea. I don't know if I've ever heard that one before, but that one's really cool. Unfortunately, I don't know how much that would, like... Well, I don't know, because the thing is, we've seen at least one screenshot of, like, a food item, as in the when you're cooking, of one food item being, like, giving you resistance to extreme temperatures, hot and cold. So I wonder, yeah, that might be an indication that the hot and cold area are one area. So you don't only need one buff to like survive both extremes. That's a really cool idea. Thank you for sharing. How many hamburgers could Nergi prepare and eat in an hour? Listen, Nergigante is a based Chad, so he could do like at least 12. At least. And we're talking big burgers. We're talking the beefy boys. Please no Rajangs, I can't. Please. Rajang is the one monster that I'll never be mad about returning. Like, I'll get tired of Zenogre, I'll get tired of Tigrex, I'll get tired of Nargacuga. Rajang is just funny. Like, Rajang is just a funny monster to include every time, because getting the shit beat out of you by an ape is always funny. Oh, Mango, thank you so much for the super chat. Hope we get some other thought-to-be-dead monsters. I hope so too. I've seen some people be like, oh, does that mean we're gonna see Canopus or the Wyvern Rex? And I kind of need to say that we need to like keep our expectations in check, because stuff like the Wyvern Rex is said to have gone extinct like before humans existed in the Monster Hunter world. So I kind of don't see us just finding a random Wyvern Rex somewhere. Plus, I mean, a Wyvern Rex would basically just be Molten Tigrex. Molten Tigrex. I'm sorry. I slipped there. We need the Lava Rajang. Oh, dude, Vol'jang would be fucking hilarious. But I think he might be too deep into Frontier for them to pull. Like, I don't remember the exact configuration of like the collaboration agreement between the Frontier devs and Capcom's main team. But I do feel like there was something like where up until a certain point in Frontier's development, they were very involved, and then afterwards it was basically independent from the main Monster Hunter team. But who knows? I mean, Genki Susano, who worked on Frontier, I think is just now part of the Monster Hunter main team. So, you know, we could see that. Do you think the Wilds takes place in Old World, New World, or Secret Third option? I think it is Funron. My take is that it's Funron, as in the continent, the tower, and the Great Forest are on. Mostly because A, it has native people, which we have never heard about native people existing in the New World, so loud incorrect buzzer there. Funron is sometimes like referred to as like the lost continent, or like a place of ruin and like a distant past, so I feel like that fits, especially with how many ruins we've seen. Because the only other real place it could be, unless it's a new landmass, which is always possible, is Aya, which is like the sort of Australia-looking island to the south of the Old World. But that place is stated to have some kind of kingdom, or like at the very least some kind of like government structure that has leaders that are less tribal than they are like organized. And that's not the vibe I get from the Forbidden Lands so far. So we'll have to see. I know quite a few people believe that the kingdom that Elgato is related to might be on Aya, which I respect, though I haven't really looked into that. Like, the Monster Hunter map is so fucked, which is why I need them to just release an official one. I keep trying to like figure things out, and it just gets more messed up. It's crazy. Just asking where is Valhabar can just collapse every map you're building, because it's such a fucked up question. All right, a few more. I really want some new Aztec monsters. Oh, that would be cool. There are some interesting like Latin American or Spanish influences here. It's a thought that I had with the Rooster monster earlier, so who knows? Oh, Sacred Terrador, thank you so much for the super chat. Just want to ask what your opinion on Gammoth is, and if you think she, and maybe a few new Pachyderm monsters, should be in Wilds. I really like Gammoth. I think it's good that we have like a mammoth monster. I think if we get an ice map, she really needs to be in it. She's the only Fated 4 that we're missing, and I don't think it's fair to leave her out. Plus, with how wide open the maps are now, I think you can accommodate a large monster like her. I mean, just look at Uth Duna, who's absolutely enormous. So, yeah, no, I think she has a good shot of being in. If not now, maybe in, like, the DLC? The G-Rank expansion? Who knows? I don't know if this is a hot take, but I also hope they don't make as many Elder Dragons. For the Elder Dragons should be more unique and limited. There were too many in World Iceborne. I agree. I think we need fewer Elder Dragons. Like, World Iceborne was fine because, like, the new world is meant to be the place Elder Dragons go to, right? Like, it's like a meeting spot for them. So there, it's fine. There, I think it's totally okay that we have a bunch of them. But I do hope that we don't have as many here. And I think it's cool that I'm pretty sure Arkveld is not an Elder Dragon. It doesn't have the general Elder Dragon body plan. And they haven't said yet what it is, which I've seen some people say that he might be a unidentified class monster like Gore Magala. And then maybe he develops into an Elder Dragon. Like, I saw someone mention that, what is it? Yes, that when you look at Arkveld, he looks like desaturated, like as if someone turned down his color value. So I saw someone mention that maybe he can like regain some lost power and become an Elder Dragon over the course of the story. Kind of like Gore and Shagaru, since this game, you know, many people are calling it Monster Hunter World 2, but it's also Monster Hunter 4 2. So that might be pretty cool. Anyway, my headphones are yelling at me because they're out of battery. I will take that as a sign that I'm going to go off. So, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this, like, PNG tuber thing wasn't too weird for y'all. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Maybe I can use it again. Maybe I can stream more often. I feel like I say that every time and then I don't. But we'll see. As I said, I'm in the weeds developing, Monster Hunter Ecology Season 3, so, you know, it might be a while before something new drops, which is also why I might stream a little more, just to give you some more stuff to watch. And yeah.